Hello and welcome to Ask the Romance Novelist with Darcy Branwen, your favorite international best-selling, super famous, billion-dollar bestseller. So, today's topic is etiquettes for sliding into someone's DMs or talking to someone through a dating app. And we're going to read out of this book here called True Ladies and Proper Gentlemen, Victorian Etiquette. Yes, Victorian Etiquette. Wait. It is edited and introduced by Sarah A. Kirschman. The reason why I want to read out of this book is because it has some really great practical everyday advice that our modern culture for the most part seems to have forgotten, especially when it comes to doing anything online. We're almost too casual. Yeah. So, but before I read out of that, I wanted to introduce another shirt to you. I have a new shirt up on my Etsy shop. It's Moon here, so you can see my details. It says "Love like a wolf." This is another one of my drawings. I guess it's more like a doodle, really, but I had fun with it. So that's on my Etsy shop now. And okay, so let's see here. This is called Advice on Writing Love Letters, but it could easily be transferred to any kind of writing communication. All right. Letters of love. Of all letters, the love letter should be the most carefully prepared. Among the written missives, they are the most thoroughly read and reread, the longest preserved, and the most likely to be regretted in the afterlife. Yes, the afterlife. This is very important. They should be written with the utmost regard for perfection. An ungrammatical expression or word improperly spelled may seriously interfere with the writer's prospects by being turned to ridicule. For any person, however, to make sport of a respectful, confidential letter because of some error in the writing is in the highest degree unladylike or ungentlemanly. Hold on, my nose is dripping. It's alright. We came prepared. Okay. Here we go. Honesty. Now we get into the important part. The love letter should be honest. It should say what the writer means and no more. For the lady or gentleman to play the part of the coquette, studying to see how many lovers he or she may secure is very disreputable and bears in its train a long list of sorrows, frequently wrecking the domestic happiness for a lifetime. The parties should be honest, also in the statement of their actual prospects and means of support. Neither should hold out to the other wealth or other inducements that will not be realized, as disappointment and disgust will only be the result. So, for you guys, for example, who think you can introduce yourself to a lady by telling her how large your male body parts are and that she will be very happy with them, probably not a good idea. Like, that's like an instant block. Okay. I know you guys out there are smarter than that, but let's face it, there are people who do that kind of thing. It's pretty crazy. So be honest. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, you're looking for something long-term. Don't waste your time on other things. If you're just looking for a hookup, you gotta be honest, man. Don't screw with people. It's just not okay. You guys are smart. I know you guys are smart, because you wouldn't be watching me. I'm so weird. I know. I'm truly bizarre. But no, we all know there's people like that out there, and search yourself a little bit. If you're trying to impress someone, it doesn't work. You have to just be who you are. You have to be where you're at and be honest about it. Okay, marrying for a home. Let no lady commence and continue correspondence with a view to marriage, for the fear that she may never have another opportunity. It is a mark of judgment and rare good sense to go through life without wedlock, if she cannot marry from love. Somewhere in eternity, the poet tells us, our true mate will be found. Do not be afraid of being an old maid. The disgrace attached to that term has long since passed away. Unmarried ladies of mature years are proverbially among the most intelligent, accomplished, and independent to be found in society. The sphere of a woman's action and work is so widening that she can today, if she desires, handsomely and independently support herself. She need not, therefore, marry for a home. Now we're getting to a really important one. Intemperate men or women. Above all, no lady should allow herself to correspond with an intemperate man with a view to matrimony. She may reform him, but the chances are that her life's happiness will be completely destroyed by such a union. Better 1,000 times a single, free, and independent maidenhood than a woman to trail her life in the dust and bring poverty, shame, and disgrace on her children by marrying a man addicted to dissipated habits. This one today can definitely go vice versa. Men, if you have an intemperate woman who won't work, it's okay if she doesn't work. I have no issue. I have been a housewife many times in my life, and basically just a housewife now who happens to publish romance novels. But if she doesn't work, she doesn't do any housekeeping. Sorry. The pets are going crazy because she's not training them and she's not watching them. She's out cleaning up after them. She can't go run to the grocery store. You got a problem, man. So watch people from the start. If they start out, quite frankly, lazy, or they don't have any real goals in life, they're probably going to stay that way and you're going to be stuck with that. Marrying wealth. Let no man make it an ultimate object in life to marry a rich wife. It is not the possession but the acquisition of wealth that gives happiness. It is generally conceded fact that the inheritance of a great wealth is a positive mental and moral injury to young men, completely destroying the stimulus to advancement. So as a rule, no man is permanently made happier by a marriage of wealth, while he is quite likely to be given to understand by his wife and others from time to time that, whatever consequence he may attain, it is a result of his wife's money. Most independent men prefer to start, as all our wealthiest and greatest men have done, at the foot of the ladder to earn their independence. And of course, this is for women too, because we're not in the Victorian era anymore. Where, however, a man can bring extraordinary talent or distinguished reputation as a balance for his wife's wealth, the conditions are more nearly equalized. Observation shows that these marriages prove most serenely happy where the husband and wife at the time of marriage stand socially, intellectually, and pecuniarily very nearly equal. For the chances of successful advancement and happiness in afterlife, let a man wed a woman poorer than himself, rather one that is richer. So again, I think if you were to equate this with today, this would be more that to really feel good about yourself, you kind of need to earn your own success. You need to build something for yourself. And it doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be, maybe you just want to grow the best darn flower garden in the neighborhood, and that's important to you. Do it, and do it on your own merits, and be proud of what you've accomplished. Almost done. Poverty. Let no couple hesitate to marry because they are poor. It will cost them less to live after marriage than before. One light, one fire, etc., answering the purpose of both. Having an object to live for, also they will commence their accumulations after marriage as never before. So this is assuming that a Mutually beneficial relationship can actually help you to have even more desire to reach a goal and to work even harder for it. But first, you have to have that spark of desire there in the first place. The young woman that demands a certain amount of costly style beyond the income of her betrothed, no young man should ever wed. Guys, listen, I see this happening all the time right now in our era. Let's do this again. The young woman that demands a certain amount of costly style beyond the income of her betrothed, no young man should ever wed. But you guys out there, because I know, I've seen you doing this stuff. As a general thing, however, women have common sense. Yes, they do. And if husbands will be perfectly confide in their wives or girlfriends, telling them exactly what is their condition, the wife will live within the husband's income. In the majority of cases where men fail in business, the failure being attributed to the wife's extravagance, the wife has been kept entirely in ignorance of her husband's resources. For you guys again, don't lie to her about what she got in their bank. The man who would be successful in business should not only marry a woman who is worthy of his confidence, but he should at all times advise with her, because she's smart and she has common sense. She is more interested in his prosperity than anyone else and will be found his best counselor and friend. And honestly, if she can't be your best counselor and friend, you probably shouldn't be dating her, much less marrying her or spending all your money on her. So I think this is my longest video yet. Yay! Alright guys, this is what I have for you. I think this is really common sense advice. Unfortunately, kind of ignored a lot of times in our modern era. So be honest. Marry or get into a long-term arrangement for the right reasons. Don't expect that person to ever change. They might, but then again, they might not. So be careful of what you can and can't live with, because you may be stuck with it for a while. And if you do marry, guys especially, judges are still giving out alimony, is all I can say. So be careful who you marry. Yeah, earn your own badges in life. It's great to have a supporting party to be your friend and counselor, but you still need to earn your own merits in life, because it's the only way you're going to feel truly satisfied. Alright, awesome. So there's two ladies in proper gentlemen, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye! Oh, wonderful. I think my remote just quit. Here's the blooper reel.